this is Dr. Tanji. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. We're gonna do life together. Hey, welcome to another evening of Talk to Tanji. And I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. But on this show, you know me as your friend Tanji. Man, I've missed you so much. Wow, what you been up to? Well, I have been up to doing what I love doing, going out in the community, just getting people to talk to me about how they got here and what they're doing. And I told you that this show is about you, right? Absolutely it is. It's about you in your natural elements, dreaming dreams that sometimes look like they're not going to come into fruition. It looks like it's going to fail when you put pen to paper, but it's about you getting up, and no matter how many times you have to fall, and sometimes we do, you get right back up. That's what this show's about. So I've got this guest who will come and tell us some secrets about how he got here, what he's doing in the community, what he's doing with his passion, because you do know that it takes passion, right? Lots and lots of passion to wake up every morning and say, today I'm going to start my business, or today I'm going to continue in the stead of my own business. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of, I'm going to do it. And no matter how many times, like I said, you feel like giving up, you know that you can't give up. Absolutely not. All right. So you see it, right? This gentleman that is on the show today is actually the creator of this, mixed chips. Banana chips, plantains, he's doing it all. He has salsa. Look at him pushing the salsa. He has salsa that I am looking forward to tasting and literally getting into your household. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Riad James, how are you?
I am doing wonderful.
You are?
Thanks for asking. What about you?
Oh my God, man. Can you not tell I'm doing exceedingly? I'm happy, man. I get excited whenever I come before great people, and you are a great person.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are. So, Riad James, you're minding your own business, yeah?
Yes.
And then
most definitely.
And then what happens? How did you get here?
Like you said, I like the way you put this phrase, minding my own business.
Yeah.
So just basically here making this for like different catering events.
Okay.
So I'm a chef by profession.
Oh, chef by profession. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yes, so I'm a chef by profession. So doing it for little activities. So when someone would ask me to do a slight little catering for them, I would throw this in as an aperitif. So, you know, when your guests, they're waiting something, just keep them occupied.
Right.
And then persons were like, yo, this is good. Maybe you should package and sell. I'm not like, yeah, you're just saying that. You may buy it one time, but then who says there's going to be a continuous flow? Okay. So I'm like, it wouldn't make sense. So, I mean, for a while, I was a lot reluctant to actually go into doing it. But then, I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but thank God for COVID.
Okay. He's open, honest, and sincere.
Yeah, thank God for COVID. I mean, during COVID, I was never out of a job because I was very, very busy. But my friends and family, they were home and there was nothing to do.
Wow. And
they would keep pressuring. Can you mix some? I will buy, because literally there was no place to go, no shops open there.
So the island was shut down, right?
Everywhere was shut down.
Okay.
So there was literally nothing for them to do. So they were like, oh, can you get some? I will buy it. So then I was like, one morning, I can remember that clearly. It was the 22nd of December.
Oh, wow.
2018. I just got up. I didn't go to work that day.
Okay.
And I just made a small batch. And I called this one cousin of mine who would be on my case.
Yeah, your cheerleader.
Yeah. My cheerleader, my motivator, You can do it.
Oh my God.
Everything.
Don't you dare rush that. Hold up. Time out. We're going to come back to the cheerleader because oftentimes we forget the people that have really held our ladder, right? Yeah. So I need you to stay tuned, if you will, and we're going to get into Riad's story, his greatest cheerleader. Stay tuned. Be right back. Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Tanji, and whenever I get ready for a show, I use a Toy Day food. A Toy Day food is a proud sponsor of the Dr. Tanji Show and Talk to Tanji.
Hi, good day, lovely people. So this show is a very good show. I really do think that we St. should pay more attention. Empowering is the best thing for us. So thank you. Nice to meet you, dog.
And I didn't pay her to say it. Tell him your name, please.
Samantha.
Samantha. We'll see you soon.
Right.
Thank you. Bye. Your girl, Dr. Tanji, you know, from the Talk to Tanji Show. Are you ready to maximize your business exposure? Of course you are. Why not consider placing an ad right here with me on the Talk to Tanji Show on DBS? Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Tanji, and I'm with Lizzie. Tell everybody what show you go to. She watches on DBS and tell us why.
It's a very entertaining TV show.
Entertaining? Isn't she gorgeous? I swear to you, I didn't pay her to say it. Check me out on DBS Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. Bye. This is Dr. Tanji. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. We're going to do life together. And we are back. Did I forget to say thank you? Let me just slow it down right quick and say thank you so very much. You guys are showing up. You're showing up for me. You're showing up for you. You're showing up for people like Riad. And I'm so grateful to God that you are. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It looks like we got a long relationship, yeah? So we were getting into Riad's cheerleader. And I say that because whenever you dream, and you dream so big. I mean, this is big, right? Yeah, salsa, this is big. Mango salsa, this is big. Who is it that you were petitioning before the break? You were telling me you were talking to the person that was really your cheerleader.
Okay, so that was she's one of my go-getter cousins. Wow. So she always believes that it can be done, but you just need to put that first step.
Okay.
So she was like, go ahead, do it, I'll buy. So when I created the first batch, I called her in. I was like, okay, you need to come to my home immediately. Just drop what you're doing and come over. I got your stuff ready for you.
This is 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, come over. So, I mean, again, that time, COVID, like I said.
Yeah.
So she had to like hurriedly sneak off.
Because everything was closed down. Yeah.
So persons were locked down. So hurriedly sneak off. Come over to my place, and then we're like, wow. It's like, okay, here we have it. So we have the product right here.
Okay.
At that time, there's no label.
No packaging.
There's no.
Because this is so tastefully done. Seriously. Yeah. Thank you for that.
just figured, did I say 2018?
2018.
No, it's 2020.
Okay, what was going on in 18? Were you dreaming and it came into fruition in 2020? Or had this even entered your mind?
No, I don't know what happened in 2018.
Okay, no worries.
2020.
2020.
Why did I say 2018? Yeah, so she came over. There was no packaging. It was just in a plastic. And we were just looking at it and I was like, okay. So she's like, okay, I'm ready to pay. How much do I pay you? Like, I don't know the price. I just made them and I just called you. So she's like, okay, now you have to give me a price. It's like, okay, let's just settle on these for now.
Okay.
And then we'll figure it out as we go.
For sure.
So then she came along with an ex-cousin of mine. So that's an ex-guy, you know, an ex-cheerleader that...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to say anything to him. He just knows that, hey, whenever he comes around, he has to get his regular stock. Is it a weekly or monthly supply?
Don't you love those kind of folk?
Yeah, so, and then he was like, okay, man, you can put a price. So I just put a price to it. And then we started going from there. So for about 7 months,
okay,
we were just here making mistakes.
Wow.
Testing the product. So
when you say making mistakes, for all of those who are saying, okay, I'm taking copious notes here because this guy looks like me, what kind of mistakes would you say, and you don't have to get really invasive, but which ones that were really front and center for you?
Okay, so there's nothing really to hide. So I can tell you what it is.
Absolutely.
So the mistakes as it pertains to the thickness of the chips. So sometimes it was too thin.
Okay.
Sometimes it was too thick.
Okay.
Sometimes it was fried a little too much.
Gotcha.
Sometimes, just the little things that,
now, this is your advice to yourself, or was it your cheerleaders telling you?
It was actually to myself and the cheerleaders.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Myself and the cheerleaders.
Okay.
So, we here making this, and then every time we do a batch, we take note, we record to ensure, hey, what happened this time? Are we doing the same thing? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Did anything change? Just going through the motion. So initially when we started, the weight was like, I can remember, 225 grams. So that's like literally almost like half a pound.
Okay.
For the price. So then when we started doing the actual numbers, because initially when you're doing that, you don't think of those things.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't think of the business aspect of it.
You had, and let me make certain that I understand this, and you do too. You had no one that you maybe hired as a consultant to say, okay, what am I missing here? This was your trial and error?
It was a lot of trial and error.
Wow.
And it was on my part. Myself and my wife.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, myself and my wife. It was a lot of trial and error. 7 months.
And did you ever in those 7 months feel like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm tired of this. I can't do it. Did you ever feel like that?
Every day.
Wow.
Every day.
Wow. Would you speak on that? Because I thought I was the only one that felt like I want to give up here.
Yeah. To be honest, when you go through the motion, it's like there's always a challenge. Something always coming to you to like, okay, I did something wrong again. So you're like, wow. I just wasted resources. So now you have to give up.
Yeah.
Every day there was something that would go wrong. There was always something. But then with a lot of motivation and hard thinking and perseverance, persistence, we're like, okay, we're not giving up. Even when I felt like, that's it, my wife would give me energy and say, hey.
So speak on, and I'm pulling today, guys, because this is incredible. Such a young soul, young spirit to do something on this scale. Oftentimes, and I say this reluctantly, but usually you don't have the spouse that will say, come on, you got this, or come on, let me grab you so we can get this to market. Was there ever a challenge in persuading your wife to help you?
No, there was never a challenge in persuading her. Sometimes she would actually be the one to say, hey, come on, you can do it.
Yeah.
Or take a break and then we'll take it again.
I love it.
Look at it at a different angle. Because sometimes, you at it and you feel like you can get it.
I know.
Because you have that one-track mind. You're thinking, hey, this tunnel vision, I can see it. But then sometimes you just need to step back a little.
That's it. That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was it. So sometimes she'd be like, okay, that's enough for today. Let's take a
Wow.
break. Tomorrow we'll go again. So
Come
those
on,
little
Riad. What? Thank you, Mrs. Riad, for standing in there and holding his ladder and encouraging him. And I say that, and I mean that from the depths of my soul, because you're that unsung hero, and you need to be shouted out too.
yes.
Wow. So 7 months, you're in the thick of it. You've got your 2 cheerleaders, your cousins, you got your amazing wife, and you've got yourself, and you're motivated.
Yeah.
What happens now? You're 7 months in.
Okay. So on the 7th month,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I started selling, like, quietly to persons who knew about it. So I would do this quiet marketing, nothing big.
Really?
So just literally word of mouth to the individuals who would tell me to make it to sell.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I was actually in the trial phase at that time.
Yeah, you were.
So I would actually be contacting them. So they were like my guinea pigs, my puppet. So
I
I mean,
love it.
God bless them because
Yes, he did. Yes,
yeah,
he
because
does.
they would actually pay to be guinea pigs. It would have been the other way around
Oh,
where you have to
come
pay a
on.
person.
I
But they
bet
would,
you can't see these chill bumps, but I'm excited, dude.
yeah, so they would pay to be my guinea pig. So they would actually purchase the products from me
Oh my
and tell me,
God.
whatever they wouldn't like. And
Absolutely.
then I would have to make the adjustment.
Absolutely.
So after those 7 months, I was like, okay, I think we're ready.
All right.
So then I contacted this friend of mine. He does graphics and what have you. And I was like, okay,
Come on.
I need to take this a step higher.
Wow.
I sent him an idea and then he gave me this. What we're
You
looking at today.
serious? So now, if you can see this packaging, wow. So this was a concept, and he just picked you up, and
Yeah, I just told him what I was thinking.
yeah,
And then
Wow.
he just picked me up.
I love it. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Wow. So now, if you will, explain to our audience, because we've got an amazing audience that's going to support you. You'll see. Tell them what this is. What is mixed chips?
Okay, so mixed chips. First of all, the name is D Local Bites. The D standing for or representing Dennery. That's where we come from. That's where the
You
business
better
is.
shut your mouth and hold yourself. What? I'm about to jump out of this chair. What?
Yeah.
This is Dennery?
Yeah, that's Dennery.
See, my EP didn't tell me all this. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I got a bone to pick with someone after this show. This is Dennery's own?
Yeah, it's Dennery's own.
What?
Yeah, it's
Oh my
Dennery's own.
God, don't make me cry. I sweat enough. I don't want to cry. Wow. Now I get it. Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, the local
Yeah.
has a double meaning, and it's spelled with it's spelled L-O-K-L and not L-O-C.
Right.
So local as in low calorie, to kind of give it that kind of meaning, and to also to say local in our in our native
Yeah.
native language where we say local.
Local.
So it will sound like like the French Creole kind of. So it has like a double connotation. So
love
it's
that.
not just the straightforward straightforward meaning that you see. But the products that we made it with breadfruit, plantain, dashing, and sweet potato.
Okay, breadfruit, plantain, and dash
And sweet potato.
and sweet
There are
potato.
4 items in there. And the amazing thing is that we're not limited to those 4. After trial and error, I realized that some of the other products, they don't fare as well
Okay.
in the package. So, I mean, after trial and error, they will.
Yeah.
But then if it has to stay on the shelf life that we're using,
Yeah.
it may not fare as long as the others. So some of them, they
Gotcha.
lose their integrity a lot earlier than. But then if you want to add any of these other products, so let's say for example the green bananas,
Yeah.
the macabo and some of the other items,
For sure.
it can actually be placed in there, but then it has to be on special request. But then for what we're doing after the test
Okay.
has been carried out, we realize that they don't hold as well. So then it affects the shelf life of the package.
Dude, come on now. Hold up. Time out. Wait a minute. Hold up. You learned all of this. You didn't go to business school. Yeah?
Not entirely. I did some schooling.
But
I did culinary school, so
Culinary school. So you knew some of the ins and outs of what would kind of retain its value or
and its integrity.
Integrity. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Continue, please.
Yeah. So after this test was done, I was like, okay, some of you, and that's why we went on to social media doing marketing. So we allowed our persons to know, our individuals to know, hey, we can get this to you, but then we limiting our package to these 4 products.
Okay.
To making us, it actually made us a cut above the rest.
Yeah.
Considering that when you look at the other products out there, you either get a pack of one of them, a pack of plantain,
Okay.
a pack of breadfruit,
Okay.
a pack of sweet potato, a pack
For
of
sure.
something else.
For
But then
sure.
with this, you get a combo in there.
In one packaging.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
So you get a bit of everything in there.
Wow.
And that's a surprising thing. Every time you take a bite, you have this mystery, you're not knowing what the next one is going to be. So that was one of the exciting things for me. To stand out above.
You are.
The competition.
Seriously, you really, really are. Now, mind you, I've been on the island now for almost 2 years, and I've had my share of plantains and banana chips, but I've never had all 4. Seriously, I have not. And that's a testament in and of itself that you really are forward thinking. You're a forward thinker. Wow. Wow. So, man, I'm trying to be cool here, right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you're making me like come all the way unglued because this is something that you literally, this is a living legacy. Yeah. Yeah,
It's a living
absolutely.
legacy.
It's a living legacy because you've got it where you can manufacture, right? Here, and we know it works. Where are you with your mindset or your thought processes of taking it further?
Okay. I mean, it's amazing that you asked this question. My mindset, initially, when I created this, one of the driving factors behind this, it was, to be honest, my community, the persons around me. That was one of the driving factors. We have a lot of those items, and we just have them, and we don't understand the value.
Come on.
Of what we have.
Absolutely.
So the breadfruit, the plantain. So when they're in season, when they're in plenty, you just see them falling and spoiling.
Oh, come on.
Or
what a waste.
Yeah, going to waste if they're not being given to animals or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
They go into waste.
Right.
So then when I started doing it on a larger scale, I was like, yeah, but I mean, we can create linkages where I am not the only one who benefits from this.
Come on, man.
It's,
come on.
It's a kind of, a chain where you can benefit as well. So I am not the only one in
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely.
So we get into the forward thinking part. So we're not jumping the gun. We're just thinking on a scale where we have everyone around. So what I would say to some of the younger guys around, to keep them out of trouble, I would say, you plant it, I'll buy it.
Oh, come on. Community activism. I mean, come on, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You're going to be writing about this. I'm sure you're working on your books. Yep, you are. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is so ingenious. Seriously. Have they, when I say they, why hadn't someone picked this up?
I guess they were just waiting on me.
They were waiting on you.
That's what it is. I mean, as we spoke about, we have salsas as well. We have quite a few of them, but I only came with 2 of them, which is the original salsa and the mango salsa.
Oh my God.
Combined or coupled with the chips, we actually have, off counting roughly, we have about 15 agricultural produce.
Oh, come on.
We use in this business.
Are you serious, Rashid?
Just off the bat, we have about 15 agricultural produce. So that's why, I try to encourage the younger generation because when you look at farming, it's actually going extinct.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
because
unfortunate.
the ground is so fertile.
Yeah. So it's actually going extinct. So and I tell them, hey, you plant this, I will take it. And the good thing about it, it doesn't have to be of the best quality.
Okay, talk to me.
So then I don't have to, it's not the best quality. What I do, I cut out the parts that are not good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so we don't waste anything.
There
So we
you go.
maximize on everyone. So some who, I mean, they don't have the skill to give you the best quality, but then they have the opportunity to go out there and even if it's a little bit, you
Wow.
give them that support that they need
Wow.
to take that step forward.
Can I just say thank you? Seriously, and we've got so much to unravel here, but I want to take time to say thank you. Thank you so very much for giving other people an opportunity to dream. And they are staying out of trouble because you got fruit. I mean, you got stuff to tend to. You don't have time for any riffraff, right?
Yeah.
What would you say some of the ages are for the people that you source your ingredients from?
Well,
whether they're ages.
To be honest, I'm not limited. There was this there was this really young guy. I think he was like 12 or so.
Oh, come on.
But I was like, no, you have to ask your parents first. So it's like, my dad has some plantains. I'm like, no, you can't just take it.
Oh,
You have to.
no. What?
And then I was like, yeah, if he gives you permission, then
For sure.
most definitely. There's this younger one is like, okay, his dad actually has a farm. And he was like, how much do you buy the plantains for? And I was like, I'll buy it from you. I'll give you a reasonable, a fair deal. I'll give you a fair deal, but you just have to ensure that you get in permission. He's like, no, my dad can give me plantain because sometimes, there's too much, there's an abundance. So he doesn't know what to do with it. So he can give it to me and I'll come sell it to you. I was like, okay, no problem. And
Entrepreneur.
I encourage him because, he does agriculture as well. I was like, okay, plant a little tomato garden because I use a lot of tomatoes as well for the salsa.
Really?
So I told him plant a little tomato garden and if you have a little bit in there, I'll buy it from you. It doesn't matter if it's like a handful because.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. I am trying to be cool, man. Come on. But you're doing it. You're taking exactly what you have in your hand and you're not waiting on anyone to give you anything. You're literally saying, I'm here and I'm going to do X, Y, Z. What courage it takes to do that. Yeah, once you sit down and think about that thing, sometimes we can be so busy doing what we're doing and living in that moment that we forget the strides that we're taking. And you need to be celebrated. You need to be celebrated for what you're doing because you're making a difference right where you are. And by the time this hits the air, you're going to be making a difference around the world. So, what's a typical day at the D Local Bites Mixed Chips Factory?
Wow. Yeah, a typical day.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. How would I say a typical day? Because I still have a job. So
okay. Wait. Hold up. Time out. This is part-time?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It is.
I would. What did it look like for you to do it full time? Is that ever a thing that you're kind of desiring? I want to be in this thing full throttle. This is the only thing that I want to do.
I've thought about it a couple of times.
Okay.
But as we were speaking earlier, I don't have the capacity to get to that phase.
Hold up. No, you're not going to rush that. We're going to take a break right quick. And we'll be right back because he has everything that he needs. And so do you. Stay tuned. Be right back. I never leave home without my lip conditioner and lip scrub from T2T. It's perfect for this kind of weather and any activity. I'm Dr. Tanji from the Dr. Tanji Show and Dr. Tanji, and I endorse this product. You already know who it is, your girl, Dr. Tanji. And I'm with
Shama.
Shama. And Shama, where do you watch the show?
On DBS.
And
So most times on my phone.
Really? Tell me why you watch the show.
It's a lot. I'm not able to say, honestly, I'm not able to say.
She's lost her words.
But you're just a role. You're a role model. You're just you're a nice person, and then you push. You tell. You give you give us something to live or something to go. So that's I love you.
You make me cry. I swear to you, I didn't make you say it.
No, you didn't. I'm on it. That's why I love you. You always tell us to stay. You give us positive feedback. So yeah.
All right. Watch out for Shama when you're up in the north, all right? You go over and tell them where they can find you.
Amici restaurant.
Bye.
Dr. Tonji is on a mission to help you rediscover God's purpose for your life. And she does this by teaching you how to change your perspectives according to His original plan for you. If you are experiencing bouts of failure or an inability to do things right, she is here to assist you in ending those thoughts that can indeed lead to a depressing mindset. She calls you to emulate the processes a full-scale mind shift requires by replacing religious ideologies and traditions that oftentimes create a sense of struggle. Dr. Tonji provides you with much needed insight, encouragement, and motivation to not only assist you in rediscovering your dreams, but she systematically shows you how to no longer chase them, but how to manifest them. Dr. Tonji is the Caribbean's very own inspirational and motivational speaker, our life and spiritual coach, and someone who delivers hope, encourages our faith, and showcases that we must live a life that is.
This is Dr. Tanji. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. We're going to do life together. And we are back. Thank you again for spending an evening with me, your girl, Dr. Tanji. You know, Dr. Tanji show, right? We're here talking to this entrepreneur, this gentleman, Riad James, who is literally taking the market by storm. I am thoroughly convinced that you are onto something so beneficial for so many people. And I want to send a wonderful shout out to my guy, Heeyyy at Chateau where we are at Marigot Bay in this beautiful establishment. You remember he was on the show a few weeks ago. So when you get an opportunity, look him up and do some canvassing. Now, let's do a taste test on this because I'm really hungry. I want to taste this salsa because I know about salsa in the U.S., but I've never had salsa in my new adopted country. So What am I looking at and what am I about to taste here?
Okay, so there are two flavors.
Okay.
What I can tell you is that the original, I made it that way specifically because our culture, we don't have too many persons who actually do spice. We have some who can deal with the spice.
Okay.
So for me, it's very mild. So you're expecting a lot more flavor than anything else.
Is that right?
Yeah. So when you get into there, it's more about the flavor. Just a little tingle of the spice because I meant what's a salsa without a bit of
kick, right?
Salsa.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but as we do, I mean, we're not limited to.
Okay.
Any of our products can be tailored to specification.
Really?
So if you need heat, we can bring the heat.
Man, come on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right, let's taste, please. All right, so this is the regular.
Yeah, this is the regular one.
All right. Here goes. Thank you, Lord. All right. Oh, my goodness. What?
You need to wait before you go into that. Just wait a bit.
Oh,
so don't judge yet.
Oh, that is so good.
Don't judge yet.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah, because there's still the mango to get into.
Oh my
So
gosh.
some persons.
This is regular?
Yeah, this is the regular.
Wow. Now, what are the ingredients in this?
Okay,
Look
so
at this. Hey.
so you have your tomatoes, peppers, onions, basic stuff for the salsa.
And this is locally grown. You've harvested right in Dennery.
Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, I cannot get everything in Denver, so sometimes I need to outsource in other communities.
Okay.
So I mean, we're reaching out some other places. So sometimes I don't get stuff in Denver. I need to reach out to the
gotcha.
other. So I mean, we reach out all over the island. So we're not limited to only getting stuff from Denver. So sometimes because of the demand,
Yeah.
we need to drive. Sometimes I need to drive. Sometimes all the way to Soufrière.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, sometimes.
Serious?
Yeah, so it's not limited.
So you see what you're doing, right? You literally, you're teaching, instead of giving fish, you're teaching men how to fish. Wow. You know who did that? One of our Jewish brothers, right? Wow. Now, let's taste the other one, please. This is the mango. Can you see that? Mango salsa here. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Lordy, mercy me. Good night, Irene. Oh, dear God. It is so good. It is sweet and tangy at the same time. Look at this, man. I've never had such thing.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's why I was warning you not to get so excited about the original.
Don't get excited. What?
Yeah, that's why I was warning you. Some persons tend to say that the mango is the best thing that God created. I mean, some persons.
Yeah.
Again, it's subject to your palate and your taste test. Some persons would rather your original, but more often than not, persons normally gravitate to the mango.
Yeah. This is. I mean, this. Hi. I'm just going to speak it into existence. This literally needs to be around the world. And I'm not saying it because you're on the show. Thank you for being on the show. But I'm saying it because if you did that to me, and I'm a connoisseur of food, can you imagine? I would give this to my grandchildren. Seriously, I would. Because it's everything that I know they would love. Sweet and tangy, robust, and you're right, it's not hot. Yeah. But you can bring the heat.
Yeah, I can bring the heat. I can bring the heat.
Now, how did you get there with the salsa? I mean, this is in and of itself, seriously, this is hardcore. But for you to add another layer, what made you do the salsa?
Okay, so I mean, the same time I did the chips.
Yeah.
When I started, I did salsa as well because it would have been a package. So it would have been chips and salsa.
Hi.
So I moved along. So it's like brother and sister. So you have your kids. You don't want to
for sure.
take one out and leave the other one home.
Yep.
So you bring them both to the party.
I got 3 of them. Well, 4 now. I'll bring them all to the party.
You bring them all to the party.
Wow.
So
this is still COVID kind of maneuvering.
Yep.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
I've interviewed folk, okay, and I'm grateful for everyone who's been a part of this show, but you strike me as someone who you really just did it. Seriously. Yeah. You should be commended for that, dear heart, because it takes a lot. It does.
Yeah, you can only say that. I mean, I know it takes a lot. Honestly, if there's anyone who knows it takes a lot,
it does.
I know it takes a lot.
Wow. Now, you were telling me, that's where we were, a typical day.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a day in the life of the local bites?
Okay, so a day in the life of the local bites. All I can say is that there's no sleep.
Hi.
Well, very
good
little.
for you. Now you're on to something.
Yeah,
who needs sleep? It's overrated.
It's overrated. And that's what I always say. Yeah.
Wow.
A day in the life of the local.
Yeah.
So, because I am limited,
wow.
I am only one person.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, my wife, I am the one with the technical competencies. She is more of a finance person, so
gotcha.
She would be crunching the numbers.
Gotcha.
But then there are specifics that I need. So a day in the life of the local bites. After leaving work,
So, okay, all right. You've got a 9 to 5, or 6 to 5, or
I got a 9 to 5.
You got a 9 to 5.
After living that 9 to 5,
yeah.
I mean, after making arrangements with the various farmers, I need to go to their properties to go pick up the stuff, get it processed.
Wow.
Then it has to be sliced, go through the process, and then fried to make the cheese. And that's just one part of it.
Hold up, time. You're doing this yourself. You've not sort of got an apprentice that does it for you. You literally are hands on.
Well, right now I can say I am training someone to get it that way.
Good.
But then
very good.
The sad thing about, I mean, I don't want to speak negativity, but I just want to speak the reality.
Come on.
The sad thing about it is that when you incorporate individuals, and I don't want to bash any individual coming in, but I just need people to understand, you still need to pay this level of attention to your product, because at the end of the day, you know what you want, you know what you're expecting. Right. Someone else might come in, yes, they have the love, the passion, but they are not you. So the little things that, the little things that they may take for granted, these are the little things that may close down your business.
Come on, man, talk on it. Absolutely.
The little things.
The little things. So pay attention to the small things.
Yeah, I mean, there's no big thing when you really look at it. It's little things that make up. If you put them together, they make up big things.
Absolutely.
So the little things that persons may seem or may ignore because that's trivial. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what they perceive. But then, the little things. If you continue the little things in the wrong path, it takes you so far off that.
Wow.
Yeah, I can remember that.
I was about to say that. Sounds like you're speaking from
experience. Yeah.
Experience.
Yes, I can remember this one time. I just had to recall an entire batch.
How disappointing was that?
Well, it happened to me twice actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one time it was, I mean, just a general error. The whole thing of seasoning just fell into everything, so everything was heavily seasoned. And I mean, I thought I fixed it, but I had to call it back. Secondly, the temperature.
Temperature?
Yeah, the temperature. And it's like, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
And that was the apprentice again. So she was like, it's not a problem. She didn't see it as a problem. Because when I told her, I mean, that's specific, if there's anything, call me. Something changed and she didn't inform me, and then the whole batch was off.
Come on.
I mean, as soon as I came in, I was upset at first, but then I was like, okay, you know what? There was probably a reason.
For sure.
So let's just move on from there. But then I had to recall this entire batch. And I mean, it was a big hit.
Now, when you say recall, for all of those who are not in that space, that means what? What does recalling a batch?
Yeah, so I mean, you just have to take back everything that was made in that period of time. So it cannot be sold. So I mean, if individual wanted it, like, you know, just to eat, but then you as an individual, according to standards, it is not fit for resale. So if someone wanted it to just consume, I mean, I could have given it away.
Okay.
But then anything that I had already sold, I had to, you know, reimburse individuals and take off the shelf. And wow. I mean, yeah.
For sure. Twice.
Yeah.
Ouch. But twice out of how many times? That's a pretty good record, right?
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, I really sail a tight ship when it comes to quality.
Speak on the quality, because I'm a business owner and a steward rather, and I know the quality or the culture of what we're doing. It's always it has to be in excellence.
It has to be always.
Same way with you.
It has to be excellent all the time, or if not, it's not good.
Oh, absolutely.
If it's not excellent, then we cannot be anything below excellent. It has to be excellent all the time. If we can get above excellent, I mean, there's no such thing. But if we can get above excellent, we will take it. But anything just one line below excellent,
wow,
it doesn't go through.
So it sounds like you govern your life the way you govern your products. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's excellence all throughout. Excellence. Wow. So there's no time for okay, that one can pass today or no. Every day it has to be the same. It has to be excellent all of the time.
I absolutely.
So every time we put out a product, it has to be of that particular standard. And if it's not, then it's not the product.
So who taught you all of this? I mean, where did you get this kind of wisdom from? I mean, I know the knowledge is there, but the wisdom of it all.
the wisdom came from many years of, first of all, my studies, because I mean, I don't tell persons that, but I've done a lot of schooling as it pertains to the culinary field. I am currently at, what you want to call it, a master's degree or a postgraduate diploma in culinary arts management.
You're just gonna grace over that? How dare you?
Yeah, that's why I mean,
Oh
I try to
God.
whisper that because
Why?
it doesn't change the fact that I am an individual.
No, but it speaks volumes to someone who, because you're always incorporating other people in what you're doing, it speaks volumes to other folk that are right there in that space wondering, what am I going to do with this education? Wow. I really want to hang out there just for a few minutes. So I need you to do me a favor and just stay tuned, all right? We'll be right back. I never leave home without my lip conditioner and lip scrub from T2T. It's perfect for this kind of weather and any activity. I'm Dr. Tanji from the Dr. Tanji Show and Dr. Tanji, and I endorse this product. This is Dr. Tanji. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tanji. We're gonna do life together. And we are back. Thank you again so very much for letting me, your friend, come into your living room, your kitchen, your boudoir. And I'm here with a man who's doing it. He is a mover and a shaker. He's an unspoken hero. He's my new hero. Got me sweating, boy. Man, Riad James, the creator, the inventor, the chef behind this amazing product here. And this, I'm going to take this home. I'm going to pay for it, but I'm going to get this. I need it on the way. This salsa. You speak volumes of opportunity because you really are an opportunist.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
literally, you didn't wait for anyone to tell you, okay, you have our permission to do what you're going to do. You rolled up your sleeves and you made something that looked impossible possible. Wow. Get into the nitty gritty in the last few minutes that we have on this segment of you, all things de loco, bites. You didn't stop. You didn't quit. You literally still work your 9 to 5. Would you speak on the education, because you're highly educated, the education and the spirit of doing it? You remind me of someone who has the spirit of leadership. You know, there's 2 different kinds of leadership. There's a leadership spirit, and then there's the spirit of leadership. The spirit of leadership is always akin to helping others. And that's what you did from a 12-year-old boy that says, hey, I'll show you XYZ. Talk on the educational part of who you are.
All right, so where do I start? Where do I start?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
very,
it right there. I just started right there. You're trying to organize it. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on this show.
Yeah.
We speak from the soul, and that
Okay,
is who you are.
I mean, I went through the secondary school level Then matriculated to South Louis Community College,
Okay.
where I did my associate degree in food and beverage.
Okay.
I mean, that was the time of my life, where you had the fun and games, but then that's where a lot of maturity kicked in, because I must say thank you to South Louis Community College, because that was
Absolutely
one of the stepping stones, the foundation for my life.
wow.
It taught us a lot of, I mean, the cohort of students who were there in my year, it taught us a lot of different things. Because of the program and the way it was set up, it forced us to go out there and get things done. So a lot of things were not just handed to you. So we had to put on events. We had to do other little aspects of life. Have shows, have just put on different things to showcase our talent, our ability, and then it wasn't handed to us. We had to as a unit come together, put differences aside, and make it work for our grade.
Now, how difficult, and just a little bit on bringing other minds into the fold, how difficult was it for you? You said you had to perform as one, a unit. How difficult was that? Did you first already have in the back of your mind, I'm going to do something revolutionary here? Or was that not even birthed just yet? As you're working with that unit to bring one product or whatever it was that you were supposed to do for your team, had you any idea of creating something like this?
Okay, well, at that time, to be honest, it was all fun and games. To be honest, it was all fun and games. There was this level of seriousness and that sense of responsibility in there, but at that time, it was literally, you will college, it's all fun and games. There was no thought, there was no dream, there was nothing of this product.
That's hard for me to believe, but I got to believe it because you said it.
There was literally nothing of this product going on. It was just, and like I said, it was the foundation, the building blocks where we understood, hey, we have to come together. We have to get things going. So we would put on some of the greatest events, and then we would have to raise funds. We would have to make things happen.
Come on.
We would literally have to, they would just say, okay, this is the outline for the course.
Yeah.
And by the end of the semester, this is what you need to execute. This is what you need, and then we just needed to get it done.
Come on. So that literally, you're right. Those are the building blocks of how you got here, because had you not had that experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Create important linkages, which are still useful today and will continue to be useful.
I love it.
I mean, and they continue to grow.
Yeah.
But these linkages, they take you far and wide. I mean, it's not a thing of preference, but people understand the quality that you can produce because they've worked with you, or they've seen your work, or something, or someone in their circle have been associated with what you can do or what you are capable of.
Wow.
So
I've got to ask this proverbial question. What is the vision? You gave me your how, you gave me your why, but what's the vision for your product? What do you want to see happen?
Yeah, I mean, initially, somewhat early on in the show, I was about to tell you about it, but I think we went to a commercial.
Yeah, come on, talk to me.
But thank God you came back. But the vision, what I have seen when I started this, what I saw, and what I continue to see every time I take a second to just, to zone out and internalize and visualize, what I see is me standing over a cohort of people. So it may be a factory, it may be, but just a group of persons that I can call my support system.
Yeah.
And leading them to the direction for this product to take over.
Wow.
Not just St. Lucia or the Caribbean.
Come on.
But the world.
Sounds like my executive producer. When I first met him, he wanted to just do this thing, right?
Yeah.
And an agent of change.
Yeah, just to take over. Wow. So as it pertains to chips being in that field, I mean, there are multiple different variations to chips, but anything in the field of our provisions,
yes,
the local bites has to be the leader.
Amen. Amen.
Or the leading company as it pertains to chips and salsa.
I love that.
So that is the vision.
That's
to be
the
honest,
vision.
that's the vision. And every time I see, sometimes I stand, and persons may see me standing in a corner smiling, but they may think like, hey, is he okay? Is everything okay? But everything is actually okay because
it is.
I see the vision and I stand smiling at the vision, and I probably see some persons having a conversation.
Yeah.
I probably see some person having a conversation about the vision in the vision.
Wow.
So I see like I just see it happening.
Yeah.
So basically I'm standing here and I can see it happening in real time. So when I look, sometimes I'm in a corner and I see the factory and I can probably say, hey, this person didn't come into work today.
Wow.
So then I need to fill in or whatever. That's what I see.
Yeah, you envision.
That's what I see.
love that.
That's what I see.
Wow. So with that vision, that's vast. And is there anything that makes you afraid when you're talking of that vision and then putting the power and your might behind it? Are you ever battling anything internally? Yeah, you're smiling. Well, you're smiling now, but I'm sure your mind has about 1,000 things that's going on in the kitchen, right? What is it that you have to internalize, or is there a battle of sorts, or not?
I mean, there's always a battle. If you're honest, there's always a battle.
For sure.
A few things. The fear of having persons who are dishonest.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest battles because I mean, on the surface you see persons and you want to help, you genuinely want to help.
Absolutely.
But then you bring them in and then they're not they're not coming with their personality. They're not honest.
For sure.
So that may affect your integrity. One of the next big thing is health and safety. One of my biggest fears as well is to get an individual sick through my product. So that's one of the things that I've been literally battling. So that's why quality has always been in the front, in the back, in the center, every part of my brain.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I'm providing a service that persons consume. So I think about, I cannot afford to, get anyone sick.
I see. Absolutely.
And we normally have stuff, food poisoning and what have you. So then that's one of, to be honest, that has been my biggest fear from the onset.
Someone ingesting your product and having an adverse reaction. Okay. And then anything else? Because we're dispelling all of these myths right now. We're gonna, to conquer something, you gotta speak to it, right? And you're not saying that you own the fear. You're saying that, hey, this is what keeps me up sometimes at night. Anything else?
So many things. There's so many things that but I try to be positive about everything that I go through. So then I mean, I try to work out solutions in my head for the fear. So sometimes they come in and they don't stay for too long because I conquer them in my head, even if it's not actually there. Like okay, I'm fearful of this, but then I can see a solution.
I love it. I absolutely love that. All right, sir. I play this game here. Give me 5 things that either you want to be known for, or 5 things that you want to see in the time that you're occupying this thing called life. 5 things that you would tell someone who want to do what you're doing, want to launch themselves in the deep. What would you say to that person? You can look at that camera there. You're talking to him or her.
5 things.
Yep.
That's a very, very difficult question.
Oh, come on. Not for the man who conquers fear. 5 things that you would say, either by experience that you've kind of gathered, but you're making an impact.
Okay, so first of all, the first thing is you need to believe in yourself. That's one of the first things.
Absolutely.
A lot of persons may come around and then you may get that negative energy because persons do not see the vision that you see. So you need to believe in yourself. Persons may speak from the outside because, that's all they have to speak from.
Right.
from the outward appearance.
Right.
So, I mean, you need to believe that it can be done,
Amen.
not give up.
Okay. Number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the second one, not giving up.
Not giving up. Okay.
Being persistent at what you do.
Yeah.
So even when you believe, sometimes you may believe and you may have that laissez-faire attitude and think that, oh, boy, it will come to me.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
I'll say that. And nothing is going to come to you.
Okay.
You have to take what you want.
Take what you want. I love that. That could be number 3, really. Ha! Take what you want. All right. Number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Always be willing to give a little.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Always be willing to give a little. And you've given a lot. You do know that, right? You're giving opportunity for folk in the community, the beautiful community of Dennery. Yeah. And the 5th thing that you would tell someone that perhaps want to do what you're doing.
It's not going to be easy.
No one ever talks about the elephant in the room of not being easy.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work, dedication, perseverance, a lot of trial, a lot of error.
Yeah.
A lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment. But what I would like to say is that, just keep putting your mind to
Amen.
Whatever it is. Work hard.
Work hard.
Believe.
Yeah.
Work harder.
Hey, you're selling me, dude.
Yeah. and always ensure that you have a core of individuals around you that you could
Absolutely.
turn to, persons who may not see what you see but believe nonetheless.
Amen. Wow.
So they may not see the vision,
Yeah.
but they believe. So even at times when you feel like, I reach the end of my rope,
Yep.
they may just hand you an extra piece of string that you need to propel you a little further.
Wow. I feel like I'm taking a master class here because you're really speaking. It's resonating with me. Thank you. Thank you so very much for not giving up. Thank you so very much for tying a knot in that thing called faith and hanging on a little tighter because you're doing it. And the proof is in the not pudding, but the salsa. You're about to say something else. What else were you saying?
No, just in the eating.
In the eating.
Yeah.
Now, how can my audience, how can they stay abreast with what you're doing, find your product? What's your social media handle and where are you right now in stores?
Okay, so as it pertains to finding us, we on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I think for now.
Okay.
And also I'm in WhatsApp, but I'll give you the handles for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Okay.
It's at The Local Bites, DLOKALBITES.
All right.
And that's for everything.
Okay.
WhatsApp, that's one of the platforms that we now take for granted, but it's very powerful.
Really?
You can contact us there. 732-9919.
Okay.
And, it's in St. Lucia, so our area code is 1758-732-9919.
Okay.
Where else can you find us? You could also call us from that number.
Yeah.
In stores, as it pertains to being in stores, we still fighting for capacity.
You're not fighting anymore. The fight is over. I'm taking this with me. I'm going to talk to some folk. I'm coming to your neck of the woods so you can get this in your store. Yeah. I'm so serious.
Yeah. so we have a few places that you can get them in stores.
Yeah.
One of the places there is at James Supermarket.
Okay.
One of the leading supermarkets in that community. Mm-hmm. In Castries, we have some at Marketing Board. We also have some at the Taste of St. Lucia store.
Oh, wow.
That's Point Seraphine. And there's a store on Nico Street.
Okay.
That's The Local. That's the name of the store.
Oh, I love it.
And I take a little second to just promote them there. They have everything in there is local.
Oh, wow.
Every single product in this store.
I love it.
It's from local entrepreneurs like myself.
Oh, come on.
We also do orders from Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. You message us and then we can make arrangements to meet with your I mean, we deliver island-wide.
And he really does mean that too.
Island-wide.
Rashid, thank you so very much. My goodness, it's such an honor meeting you and being in your space, man. Thank you for sharing your secrets. Thank you for not giving up.
Thank you. I won't.
Absolutely. All right. This has been our show. Thank you so very much again. You guys are showing up in record numbers. I do not take it lightly or for granted. You could literally watch any other show right here on this island and worldwide. You tune in to me every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on DBS. Mwah! Thank you very much.